seconds. But
Yep.
You used to be
we
cool.
will see. How you been, Mike?
I need to fix my monitor overlay. I can probably do that between the games. Yeah. But should be live.
We await
I
our
will
time.
put the link to
Well, you're
stream
good.
in chat real quick.
I must not fall.
Alright, again. Okay. So how you been doing, Mike?
What?
How you been doing?
Oh, I've been busy. Just got through with finals yesterday, so finally a free man for like a month before the next semester.
Yeah, that was pretty good. I was lucky enough to finish my finals last week.
Nice. So,
What'd you take?
yeah, well, welcome everyone. This is game one, day one of the tournament of Black Winter. I'm 501st Big Mike, and joining me is the one and only Poncho Grande.
I don't know if I'm the only one. I mean, I've never actually looked.
I mean, you know, it's the only one that matters. Let's say that.
That yeah, you know what? I can't argue with that.
Exactly.
Cannot argue it. Oh,
The only Poncho
What's your games?
Grande that matters. So yeah, yeah, this is Demacia versus Ionia. There was a coin toss to decide who got what side. Ionia won, and they opted into taking red side, surprisingly, even though blue side is generally considered the better choice. Yeah.
red side? I always thought blue side was a better choice.
Yeah, I thought blue side was the side that everyone liked, and Ionia
Yeah.
picked red.
Sure.
I don't know.
Why not?
I mean, I guess it sets them up for more counter picks because they pick later. That might be it.
I guess. Can't really think of too many matchups that they'd need a counter pick, but alright.
Yeah.
Seems that there was some miscommunication on the Demacia side, unless they're pulling out their next meta double jungle strat. Never mind, it's just KLADC. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, she does have the DPS to fill that role. They're just gonna be pretty magic damage heavy. Expect a lot of
Yes.
MR from Ionia.
I guess no one really is a Vayne player on the team. Okay, sure.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah.
So yeah, for those who don't know, today is the low tier day of the tournament. We have like a low tier day where we got a couple golds and then silver and bronze players, and then tomorrow we got the high tier day. We got mostly like diamonds and plats with a couple gold spots. Separating the 2 days out, giving everyone their day to try to pull out the moves. So I believe today is today's tournament stakes are going back to last week a bit, where there was decisions on who you're going to protect from the Black Mist, and so this is focusing on the secondary objective, and so for Demacia that's Freljord, and for Ionia that's Ionia, because they opted to protect Nyroth.
So, for our viewers at home, and although I suppose everyone is at home right now,
Exactly.
Ionia got a single ban against Demacia's roster because Demacia had to overfill.
Yep. And
We don't have enough bronzes, apparently.
yeah, so yeah, they needed to get a bronze player, couldn't do it, so they put in a silver. And so yeah, Leona, everyone's been saying how oppressive Leona has been, just making Demacia's bot lane unstoppable. So yeah, that's a pretty big loss for Demacia. Hopefully they can get a bronze player for the next game.
Did the champion recruitment finish this week?
Yeah,
What were the
Demacia
results
picked
for that?
up Kale, and Ionia picked up Jax.
Huh, alright.
Yeah.
So as the Asto fan club isn't actually in full swing over in Ionia, but guess not.
Yeah. I mean, is Heavy Weapons guy signed up for Ionia? Because that might explain picking up Jax.
I don't think heavy weapons guy signed up at all this arc.
Yeah. Well,
I think he's been off playing the. He's moved on to other things.
yeah, the Ionia players should be hitting him up, telling him, you need to come in, show off your jack skills, give us the opportunity to, try to get that heavy weapons guy Jack's top lane, because he is very, very good at him. So yeah.
What was I going to say? I was going to say something, but whatever. Must not have been that important.
Yeah.
Comps.
So,
Who you liking better?
what?
The comps. Both teams' comps. Who you liking better?
Okay, well, let's see. So a couple things I'm noticing on these comps is, obviously we already talked about the Kayle. They also grabbed the Kayle teleport. They gave Sona the heal, probably because she has wind speakers, but they're not taking exhaust. That could do... I mean, Lee Sin early on, he could get a little damage early on, bursts people. Obviously Syndra with her burst. Not having that exhaust is going to hurt them. They don't have the front line they usually do. They do have Jarvan and Poppy, so they still got something going. For Ionia, let's see, they got Kennen and they got Varus for some lockdown. I mean, it's pretty close, but I'll give the edge to Demacia just because they kind of have the dogpile rush strat, which is pretty easy to pull off.
It's actually... I'm actually not really quite sure who I'm going to give it to. I think I might end up giving this to Demacia despite the Kayle ADC, because Kayle does scale pretty damn well into the late game. The only issue is going to be around mid-game. Kayle's going to be a little behind in level, and Kayle, being a mostly ability-reliant champion, relies a lot on having ranks and her abilities to actually do a decent bit of damage. So that's typically why you don't see a dual lane Kayle, although she's serviceable at it.
Yeah, because when that E is down, she's got to go in melee. She has almost no damage. Yeah, so CSing could be a problem for sure. She can get harassed if she doesn't have her E for CS. And then,
it doesn't have that much of a downtime, though,
yeah,
on Kayle's.
I mean,
it
has a little bit of downtime, but once you get max rank, it's basically no downtime.
I mean, actually, I didn't even know, back when I started playing this game, I didn't know Kayle actually had a melee auto attack until, like, a year into playing this game. I seriously had no idea.
Oh, Poncho.
One day, it's just saw Kayle just, like, walk up and, like, stab a minion. I was like, what? She's melee? I had no idea. I just, ugh.
Poncho.
I never played Kayle. I think I've actually only played Kayle, like, twice. To this day.
Dear Lord, Poncho. Dear Lord.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, into the loading screen we go. We got quite a bit of mastery levels on Demacia. They got 2 level 7 masteries.
Oh no! Endgame did it again! He's running Deathfire Touch on a tank again!
Oh no, not Deathfire! Oh!
Not again!
Where's Grasp of the Undying? Like, oh.
Endgame, I can't believe you've done this!
Oh.
Not again.
Always check your masteries. Always check. Like, come on. That goes to everybody. Everyone needs to just always check masteries.
And I also really want to believe that this Thunderlords on Soraka is actually just because Nick just plays a super aggressive AP Soraka.
Even then,
You gotta believe.
even if your super
believe.
aggressive Soraka wind speakers is gonna be better, just because that's what Soraka's designed to do.
Mike, you gotta have faith. That's what's going on. Unless it's probably going to end up being a WMAX build, and then we'll just be sitting here scratching our heads. But hey, it could be AP Soraka.
I feel like we
man.
had a couple mistakes on both sides.
Those stars actually hurt. Hey man, Soraka's early game is busted. Now, I'm not much of a support player, but when I play Soraka, and you just run around and throw... People don't expect you just to go completely ham with Soraka and just throw stars in everyone's face.
Yeah,
It kind of works. I'm not going to say it's good, it kind of works.
It kind of... Well,
And
the old
gives you a heal.
Soraka, it worked very well on. That's why they had to completely rework her.
Remember when her W gave her huge amounts of armor?
Oh,
So
yeah.
she could just throw that on herself and run into the enemy botlet.
It's like she was-
Just keep spamming Qs.
I remember it was so freaking OP. I remember like when it started happening, I was just like, "This is like stupid. How does anyone not lose? Like, or sorry, what am I saying? How does anyone lose if they're playing Soraka solo lane? It was
Dark times. Dark times for solo laners. And
Oh, yeah.
Lulu and Soraka were meta.
yeah, it was you walk up to someone, you start spamming Q, you keep lowering their resistances while doing damage, and they try to do anything you silence, and then you just heal any damage they manage to put down. Oh,
Absolutely busted.
yeah. Alright, so we're seeing the invade. It's a 2-on-2. Jarvan and Lee Sin trade some damage. It looks like they're gonna back away.
I would imagine Blue Jungler's probably just going to back and heal the damage.
Yeah. Jarvan may
Going
not
to,
have the time
really.
to do that, so Lee Sin comes out ahead if he can get back to the camp in time.
It doesn't look like he's going to be able to. That was a really late back.
Yeah, so
He had
that
to do that the second they left.
so that means Jarvan probably comes out ahead just because he's going to get his first camp started way before Lee Sin. Alright, and so the lanes are going in. Mid lane, the train some poke back and forth, not much happening.
You ever wonder why mages just do nothing but toss like balls at people? Like
Yeah,
both Lux
it's
and Syndra just specialize in magic balls.
and then basically every other mage has some form of a ball that they throw at people.
Yeah.
Lux has her light
Magic in this
ball.
setting just being balls. Man, that sounds wrong.
Yeah, Riot definitely has a fascination with balls. That is official now. So yeah, next time you talk to a Rioter, it should be like, so why do you guys get obsessed with balls all the time? It's just ridiculous.
I really want you to go to the writers and be like, so what's with you guys and your obsession with balls? Excuse me?
Oh man, yeah.
You know, Lux and her big balls of light, Syndra and her big balls of purple edge energy, Brandon has great balls of fire,
Yeah.
Aurelian and his star balls.
Exactly. It's like, name a mid laner, they have some type of ball. Like, or a mage. I should say mage. Like,
I mean, yeah. Oh, that was very late clutch of the res. Oh, they're not gonna.
Oh!
Come on, flash!
Oh, the flash! Not gonna get the auto attack though.
Rex! Okay,
Oh.
no, he's going for it. Come on, Rex, I believe you. Flash! Flash flag! Flash flag!
Lee Sin, meanwhile, going after Lux, she's gonna bind him.
Do it.
Rex is gonna back off.
Yeah, Rex. I'm sad on you.
Oh boy.
Friggin' Lee Sins think they're so clever with all their dashes.
Gannon going in, gets the stun off, puts a little damage on Poppy. She's gonna back off, and he gets a very nice trade. She doesn't put anything in return, just lets him harass her.
Okay, I think I might know what Endgame's doing. Is Poppy's passive a spell effect?
I do not know. I would.
Okay, because it could be like a straight AD Poppy, and then she
using
just throws her.
a lot of damage on Ken, but now he's going in. All of her cooldowns are burnt. He is so low, though. He does back off. She can kill him with auto attacks. Meanwhile, Jarvan trying to invade the enemy jungle. He gets spotted, and everyone just rotates and kills him. They're trying to get a revenge kill by taking out the Syndra. Lux will pick it up.
Hey, Endgame got it.
Hey, looks like we might be getting Ducky in here. He looks like he got a name change from TLDR Duck to Duck Me Daddy. Yeah.
We are a family-friendly stream over here at Factions.
Duck Me Daddy, I mean, I don't know, it's just, I think he's trying to say he's now a dad. He's a duck who, is now a dad. I think that's all he's saying. I think you're just getting a little you got some bad things going on in your mind, like you and those balls you were talking about earlier.
I don't know what you're talking about. I was just talking about Riot's fascination with orbs. Magical orbs.
Yeah, so Demacia going for a very aggressive trade. They're almost taking out the Soraka. But now here comes Lee Sin. Kayla's low. She does not have ult. She's not level 6. Lee Sin's going to be forced back off. Varus Q not going to be able to hit, not finish her off. So Jarvan looking like he might head bot, but Demacia's recalling, so yeah, he's going to turn around, go looking towards mid possibly. Top lane we're seeing some trading.
Chef really falling behind on XP. Lee Sin's about to hit 5.
They've gotten roughly the same amount of CS, but now Jarvan looking to go for the jungle. Let's move the camera over there.
Oh, just the knock up in the queue.
Yeah, that means Lee Sin should get away. He's going to steal some, camp experience and gold from him.
Jarvan's pushed him out of his jungle and killed his little dog too.
Did I just say Kevin? I meant to say Kennen. Jesus.
Kennen minion?
The Kevin.
Oh, Kevin!
I was calling Kennen Kevin. That is not like Kennen's real name. Oh, and Lux.
Oh my!
Yeah, Lux just has an insane amount of damage on her kit. But yeah, that's Lux in a nutshell right there. Just bursts a ton of damage.
Yeah, she had level 6 already. Syndra didn't have flash, and then Lux landed a binding, and the rest is history. That has got to feel bad top lane. Oh boy.
Oh yeah.
Poor it.
He is not keeping up in CS at all. He's down 10 CS. Not as bad as the mid lane matchup for Syndra though. She's down over 20 CS, and Lux has gotten a couple kills. Bottom lane is definitely the closest matchup so far. Only about 4 or 5 CS difference there.
Oh, okay, wow. For a second there, I didn't put Varus down there. Okay. I saw, for some reason, Lee Sin was there. I'm like, what are you talking about? They have half the seat.
Yeah, Lee Sin is definitely not an ADC, although I've definitely seen it tried.
Sin can do it.
So yeah, Kayle in a bit of trouble. She is not able to trade right here. And then here comes Sona. She puts a lot of poke down, but Soraka is able to keep herself healthy. And holy crap, this is ridiculous in the mid lane. Lux just sees Syndra ults and she's dead.
This is not how this matchup is supposed to go. Good on you, Lux.
So yeah, the early game is, Demacia is not dominating the bottom lane like they usually do, so that Leona ban definitely helped. Also, I think the Kayle pick might have something to do with it.
You coming up?
But so far, Demacia taking control of the early game like they've been doing in most of the feature matches this arc. And Lee Sin going to get the nice ult off just in time, making use of the Ken stun.
Great insect, great insect. That was good.
Oh, Sona going to get the Kayle ult and then just suicide for the Soraka.
Beautiful. See, that's the kind of aggression we need.
Varus is but Kayle's super low, so she's going to have to recall.
Also going for the superior element.
Alright, so no big moves yet, just a couple ganks. Who do you think is going to be making the first big move of the game, and where do you think it's going to be happening?
I've definitely given to this.
Missing the ult.
It was a good attempt. It was a good attempt. I would imagine. Just looking at comps, I would imagine Ione probably wants to group earlier, but honestly, I don't know. Because Ione having Kennen, I'm gonna assume there's probably. I would hope that there'd be some sort of coordinated gank of the Lux to shut her down.
Yeah, that would be smart.
Jarvan's top, so if Lee Sin could go mid, kill this Lux, that's a free dragon.
Nice flash, getting out of the knockup, putting a little poke down. Telling
And
Jarvan,
Rex just gonna hang around? Come on, Rex, just gank him again.
He's got the control ward, but he's sitting in the back of the bush, and so it's not in range to engage. Poppy goes in, Jarvan not able to get in there. They trade back and forth, and they're going in. He does not get the knockup. Kennen will survive, putting more poke down. Kennen is like, they're fighting him one at a time. He's just putting down a ton of poke as they do it. Cinder getting the stun on Lux, and then Poppy taking a tower shot. Going all over the map with the directed camera. They're putting a lot of damage on Soraka. They are trying to focus her because it takes her much more effort to heal herself versus healing her ADC. Kayle puts the ult on, they just back away, and that will kind of force the fight to disengage. Now they're going back at the Soraka. Kayle looking like she's in trouble. The heal coming out, that will keep them nice and healthy.
Lee Sin has snagged the red buff and he's going to go gank bot lane.
Oh, Kennen
my
going in.
goodness.
He's going to get the stun off, but he's in trouble. He's going to draw a little minion aggro. Poppy in trouble. She takes a tower shot while going after the Kennen. Yeah, gotta watch out for that tower range.
Kayle literally flashing right over the Lee Sin Q and throwing it right into Sona's face.
It's like, oh yeah, I'll totally block that for you. Psych, I'm out here. Thanks for, thanks for being a true support, even though you weren't planning on doing that.
Now, don't get me wrong, that is actually the correct thing to do.
Yeah.
But still,
I mean,
that
that
looks really funny.
That is, the job of the support, to just kind of be the ADC's little, I don't know if I should say the word on stream, but I think you know where I'm going with that. Yeah. Little dog, little female dog. Yeah.
That's where we're drawing the line. All right.
Yeah.
All right.
That is the support's job in a nutshell, unfortunately, for all supports out there. That's why it's so unpopular. It's like, you have one job and it sucks.
Mm-hmm. Well, I mean, it was more like Sona didn't have flash there. Lee Sin's right behind him. There is no way Sona is living through this.
Yeah.
Kayle could have.
Kayle, on the
thing
hand,
is-
had flash.
Remember, everybody, sports are worth the same amount of gold as the AD carry. And most of the time, they are much easier to kill.
Yeah.
Ganking, usually easier just to kill the support.
I mean, it's like, you just gotta pick your target that you can focus down easier. And the 2v2, that's probably AC because you want to shut down the damage, but when you got the gank, you're gonna win that fight, so go for the easier kill. And Sona taking a lot of damage there. Kayle taking some damage on the way out. Soraka is low, but she can heal herself up. It's a little hard, but she can do it. Yeah, so Demacia has the kill lead, but Ionia is slightly up in gold. It's not by much, only 100. Lee Sin, meanwhile, going for the jungle. And yeah, Jarvan going to ult just to make sure Lee Sin can't pursue him and then flash out. So that is his ult and flash burn. That's pretty effective jungle invade by Lee Sin. He just gotta get out alive, which he should be able to do. Oh, Poppy ulting him. Doesn't want him to get away. He's gonna get out there though. Looks like tower dive would not be advised. Oh man, Lux.
Beautiful shot.
Yep. That is
But,
the snipes.
when Lee Sin cornered Rex in the jungle, he actually had ultimate. He was just holding on to that. I guess he just really didn't want to blow it on a kill he thought he had.
Yeah. I mean, also is, the damage on that ult is big and probably would have finished the Jarvan off, but if it hadn't finished Jarvan off, it would have kicked him to safety. So,
Yeah, well, that's what you do it when you're doing your when you land the Q on somebody and then you Haku them in the face.
oh yeah,
and Q them.
Q, alt,
Yeah.
Q. Oh, Syndra looking to go after this Lux. The barrier comes down, barely saving her.
Oh man, is that close? Holy crap!
That-
Lex's life must have been flashing in front of her eyes. Wow.
Yeah, that barrier is very, very strong as a defensive summer spell. Yeah, you really can't underestimate it sometimes, and that's why a lot of long-range mid laners will take it, because people with range like Lux, they don't really get in range to use Ignite that often, so take the barrier and it saves your life a lot. Meanwhile, the teleport coming bot lane to counteract the gank, and it's going to go very bad for Kayle. She is being just swarmed. She never even had a chance.
That was a fantastic chain of corruption from ours. So I would imagine they're going to be going for Dragon now.
Yeah, they do have the advantage. This is the first big move, I would say, of the game. They have the 4-person gank bot lane and setting them up for the Dragon. So yeah, Ionia will make the first move, and they need it, and she just instantly deletes him. Jarvan coming in to finish off the low health Soraka that Lux helped out with, and Demacia turning that around, picking up kills, and the Dragon. Other than a miracle snipe by Varus, this Dragon will be Demacia's. Missing the smite, but no one's going to be able to steal it anyways. So yeah, Ionia's big move backfired when, I have to say, probably due to not enough vision around that Dragon. Yeah, they had the advantage because they got the kill, but it's only 1 kill.
Yeah, well, there's a when you're very low as a jungler and you're trying to take Dragon, there's a fed mid laner around. You pull that Dragon out and you get vision.
Yeah, exactly. I really don't know why, but so many times I just see people not pull the Dragon out when it would be so much safer to do so. It's a very common mistake that I see all the time. I mean, especially the red side. The red side should always be thinking about pulling that Dragon out of the pit. And the flash going to save Sona. There's the Lee Sin jump and then ult. Kayle trying to just put down some damage. She has her ult, and she's going to have to flash out though. Not able to kill the Lee Sin either. Barely surviving. Sona going to try to heal her up. They're going to have to recall. Or, well, looks like they're not actually. Just going to hope Sona can heal them up fast enough. They could go for the tower dive. Meanwhile, Ken and Poppy fighting. Ken gained the ult off. A lot of damage going down. And yeah, Poppy can't trade with Kennen anymore. He's just trolling that lane the entire game, and she's not able to do much right now. I'm a bit surprised Poppy grabbed a frozen gauntlet as her first item, and given Kennen's doing, you know, so much magic damage, you want a mag resist item, not armor.
Yeah, it's a pretty questionable itemization choice.
Oh boy. Yeah.
I don't even have to look mid to know what happened there.
Lux throwing down the poke, throwing down the ults, getting the kill. And the 3v3 bot lane, they're looking at each other, no one quite confident to engage. Jarvan gonna back off, so they gotta be careful because they know Lee Sin should still be nearby, and they got the 2v3, so Demacia really should be just trying to back away. Lee Sin getting the Q, going after Kayle. Poppy teleporting, and that's going to scare off the Ionian team. But they're
that's
not
a completed Poppy teleport.
Yeah. I mean, I guess they were expecting the Ionian team to go for the fight, but yeah, Lee Sin just backed off, and so the Poppy teleport, they're not going to get anything off of that. They do have 4 people bots. Ionia can't take the top tower, it's already down, so they can't really take any objective to counter this, so Demacia can just force that tower down, which looks like they will. Kayle ulting, questionable decision. I think she blocked like
they're gonna be trying to grab
tower
Lux
shot
here,
with her
Lux
ult. I don't think that was smart or worthwhile trade. Kennen going in, Lux flashing, mixing the binding. Has she gotten that binding on Kennen, that would have been a kill.
Yeah, but I mean, all credit to her. That was a really, really, really nice flash on the Sindri.
Jarvan going in, going to ult the Syndra. She is very low. Lux ulting. Jarvan will survive despite taking tower aggro. Poppy wants that cannon. She's been frustrated all day, messing up the flash. That's going to be a dead Poppy. And yeah, that's
Alright.
I mean that's probably, you know, a little bit of tilt coming through. Just Poppy is not having fun top lane against the Kennen, and so they just you know,
Wow.
you want that kill so badly because you've been frustrated with them all day. You see the opportunity and you just kind of blindly go after them, and you make a bad decision. Kennen going for the kill. Yeah, Lux did, or Kayle did not get her ult off.
It's a little interesting. I'm very surprised about a lot of things. One, that Kennen went in on that, and 2, that Kayle actually did an ult. Hey!
And there it is. Very cat and mouse poke back and forth, just throwing stuff at each other. But Jarvan does get the E to land, and barely enough to win the fight. So Baron is live. No one grabbed the Rift Herald all game.
Sounds about right.
Yeah, I mean, Ken is probably going to want to be with his team, given, how big of a team fight impact he is. And Poppy's not very strong, not going to be doing a lot of split pushing, so she's probably going to be with her team. So no one was, looking like they would have a big opportunity to make use of that Rift Tail buff. So, yeah, no one just went for it.
And I think possibly, more likely, the reason is they completely forgot Rift Herald existed.
Yeah, that is also a possibility. I mean, I have seen games won and lost just because of Rift Herald buff, though. You get that, one really fed top laner, and they're split pushing, and they're good, but then you give them the Rift Herald buff, and they just, break things so fast. They break their lane opponent, they break towers, they just eat through stuff so fast once they get that Rift Herald buff. And, that buff alone has won and lost games.
Yeah, it is quite good. Well, I mean, the only time I ever really see coming into play is mostly when there's a Yorick in the game. If you've ever played New York before, one of his main strategies is grabbing Rift Herald. You can solo Rift Herald at level 6 with your ultimate.
Oh,
and
yeah.
you're just incredibly good on it. Highly recommended it. Good jukes and mangoes.
He's going to get away with just barely health. Lux ult! That's going to be it. And then Poppy almost finishing off the Varus with her stun. Kayle comes in, will get the Q to land. A lot of stuff happening there. Demacia coming out with 2 kills, and they're looking to push down this bomb tower as hard as possible. Syndra not going to rotate to defend that. She's going to keep pushing mid. If Syndra rotated, they knew Jarvan was top, and they would have the 4v4 with no Lux ult and some summer spells burnt. They might have had an opportunity to try to do something there. And now Soraka flashing away. Syndra getting the stun off. Not able to do much damage. Kayle ult coming out to protect the Sona. I guess that was mostly to make up for the play where she got Sona killed by flashing, so Sona took the Q. It was just I'm sorry about that, so I'll give you this ult when you don't even need it, just because I appreciate your sacrifice.
Yeah, it's the thought that counts.
Exactly. Alright, so Lux ult is up already. That is a ridiculously short cooldown for how much damage that thing can do. Kennen going in, they're getting a lot of damage out with the Kennen ult. Gonna force the Demacia to run for their lives, and then Lux blows up Varus, just not getting a crap. Syndra ulting the Jarvan as he walks into bush, takes him out.
Hold on. I accidentally moved along on the timeline. We're at 23 minutes and 10 seconds, right?
Yeah.
I think pushing an inhibitor at 23 minutes. Good God.
Well, Demacia does back off from the inhib. They're going to spend all that gold they got. Still a very close game. It feels like Demacia's in control, but the gold's only, 3.5k difference, or 4.5k. 4.5k difference. And, the kills are very close. It's just the towers that Demacia has been able to control, the objectives. But Ionia's been able to get fights, where they can trade decently well. I mean, they're only down 3 kills, so if Ionia can get enough vision, get the fights they want, and then, they can easily come back and take control of this game. It's really just one, not even big fight, one just little skirmish will put Ionia in control of this game if they play it correctly.
Ionia's really got to be playing around this Lux, though. They have to be constantly where she is at all times, and she needs to die before they can actually do a team fight.
Yeah. Or they need to do a fight where she's not in range, pick some people off. Obviously, Ken got caught out there, they take him out, and they're looking for the Baron. This is a bit of a risky play. Yeah, they're in the lead. Yeah, they got the kill. But Baron is known for throws, but Ionia is pretty slow to react to it, and they take it so quickly. Ionia can't try to take advantage of the Baron play. Yeah, there's just a lot of damage on Demacia. They just killed that Baron very, very fast.
Yeah, Kale's build's starting to come together. She's doing quite a bit.
So she's got her Rage Blade. She's got her Nashor's Tooth. How does that make sense? She got Baron's Nashor's Tooth before they even killed him.
He's got a lot of teeth, you know?
I guess, like...
People, like, giant snakes like shed teeth, right? Is that a thing? Am I making that up?
I don't know. Maybe, like, he went to the dentist, and Kale knows his dentist. Like, he grabbed a couple old teeth. And, oh, yeah. Just no chance for anyone to get away. Once Demacia, like, engages on someone, they, you know, like, even if you get away, the Lux ult's got enough damage and range to finish you off. Sona not using her ult that much this game because they haven't had full-on team fights. So yeah, that's something else to watch out that Ionia probably won't be expecting because they haven't had to deal with it this game. Is even if they like group up and go for a team fight, the Sona ult's going to come out and lock them up, and that's going to set up a lot of easy damage for Kale and Lux to put down. So they got a lot of stuff to worry about. Alright, so the gold lead is growing for Demacia. They obviously are getting a lot of kills and pushing on these towers. What will happen though? I mean, they're sieging this for a long time, and Ionia's just trying to poke and not really able to do much with their poke. Sona heal is pretty effective.
Redemption for her ass. Oh wait, no, that's... Redemption is color-coded in Spectate. That's not good.
Uh-oh. And...
Oh! Ugh, that's gross. Oh, that's so dirty. Wow.
yeah.
Lux damage.
Meanwhile, Kale's just split pushing. They haven't even had a full team, and Ionia is still so afraid of mainly Lux that they don't want to engage on Demacia. And so Lux was able to split push, get multiple towers, and now they're about to take the inhibitor. 2 inhibitors down. Ionia, yeah, this small lead Demacia had, it was small in terms of gold, but like I was saying, Demacia did have control of the flow of the game. And that is worth a lot, and Demacia has turned that into getting a lot of kills, a lot of objectives, a lot of gold, and they're just looking to slaughter Ionia. They're not even caring about doing like a proper siege of the Nexus towers. They're just looking for blood. They overextend a bit. Ionia picks up a couple kills, and they're going to be forced to back away. Demacia a little too bloodthirsty there. Yeah, that's not something Demacia is supposed to do. Demacia is supposed to be all about justice, not just going out killing stuff.
Yeah, but just because you have to be about justice doesn't mean you can't have fun with it.
Yeah, that's true. You gotta know when to draw the line. And I think Demacia failed to draw that line right there. They went too bloodthirsty, and it got Ionia a few easy kills.
Yeah, but they're evil and heretics. There's nothing wrong with smiting evil and heretics. Especially smiting evil heretics. That's like double whammy.
That's true.
So
yeah.
Kale's gonna got a hurricane. This is gonna hurt a lot.
And looks like she's going for the Lich Bane. She's gonna have DPS and some bursts to boot. And Varus barely surviving with his ults. Rocket had to flash out there. Kennen going in with his ult. Lux just says, alright, I've had enough of this fight. I'm just gonna kill you. And pulls out the ult button.
Alright, get the yakety sax going. Lee Sin's gonna take the Demacian team for a ride. Or, never mind, they're gonna go.
Is he gonna get executed? I don't think it's been enough time for that execute. So yeah, he's gonna have to run to the next tower. Hopefully that'll be enough time for him so he gets executed and no gold. There it is, yeah, that's execute. Kale tower diving. Going to die. Yeah, this is Demacia really just not playing. They're just like, oh, let's just kill stuff. We're not gonna try to play a game anymore. Let's just go out and kill stuff.
Alright, see, this is where the Thunderlords came in. They got just enough extra damage to kill Kale. Because of the Thunderlords
right there. That play right there was exactly why she got Thunderlord. She knew that play was gonna happen. Udyr is just that
20
good.
steps ahead of everyone else in this game.
Able to see 30 minutes ahead in the game and know exactly when she was going to need that Thunderlords and why and just everything. That was a lot of next level, strategy and vision. And this will be Demasia's third Mountain Drake. That's, they just had a ton of Thunder Drakes, or Mountain Drakes in a row. All three of them in a row. First dragon was Mountain, and all of them after that. So, yeah, Demasia's going to be able to kill towers pretty much at will if they just group up and go for a tower. It's going down very, very fast.
What about magic triangles?
Magic
Or
triangle?
like squares? Okay, because we were talking about magic balls earlier, right?
Yeah.
But like, why don't mages use other shapes?
That's a good question.
Like
I think it's
pretty
just,
magic.
they happen to like the balls. For whatever reason, they really like them.
Alright, a magic square. A square covers way more area than a circle does.
Well, I
It's
guess
just more efficient.
it depends on the size of the square and the size of the circle. And there's Demacia going in. Poppy got the KO out, absorbing a lot of tower damage, and they're going to pick up the tower and they're going for more kills. They should be able to end the game with that clean ace. I don't even know why they're going for the inhibitor. They can just end the game.
It's like one of those games where they don't really team fight. It's just kind of one team chases the other one.
Yeah. I mean, it was close up until Demacia just started bulldozing through Ionia. It was close for a while at the start, but yeah, after a certain point, Demacia is just like, all right, we're taking complete and utter control and just going to start stomping.
Yeah, they really just had absolutely no answer to Lux. I mean, full credit to Lux. Lux did absolutely fantastic that game. You got her big backpack out, told Demacia to come for a ride.
Yeah, she's just like, team too heavy, please, nothing's too heavy for me. Yeah. So yeah, Lux 15-0-7, obviously, I think that was obviously the biggest problem for Ionia. Okay, so top lane they won, bot lane was going even. Junglers, I mean, Rex did do better in the jungle, I think, on Jarvan, but it wasn't huge difference enough to be game breaking. It was really that mid lane that just put the nail in Ionia's coffin, was the mid lane. So I think that's got to be their focus in game 2, is trying to make sure they don't have that runaway mid lane.
I would imagine. I'd imagine seeing a camp being set, a tent being set up by Ionia's jungler in Demacia's mid lane in the future.
Yeah. So that probably would be the way to go. I mean, I think Syndra is Ionia's go-to mid laner. They could go someone like Karma, who, I mean, I've done Karma versus Lux recently, and it went very well for the Karma. So I would imagine Karma might be able to, because she is such a strong early game with her level 1 ultimate, she could probably hold her own at the bare minimum against Lux. So
Actually, yeah, we don't see much karma from Demacia.
Ionia.
Pretty strange, actually. Or Ionia. Right. I mean, there's a good reason why we don't see much karma on Demacia.
Yeah, they don't have her. So yeah, I would definitely think a Karma might be a possibility. Syndra is considered pick ban for a lot of people right now, although I know her win rate's been going down a bit. So, but Ionia might consider okay, Syndra might be our go-to, but there are probably some better choices, and let's try them out. Other than that, I think they would want to look at their top lane, consider Jax. Top lane didn't go bad for them by any means this game, but maybe the Jax, if they want to get split push going. Kennen, though, is pretty good as a deterrent for Demacia's engage. They try engage, Kennen can pop his ult and lock up anyone who's diving. So top lane they may change around, but there's also reason not to. Bottom lane, they got Jhin, they got Varus. Varus is, if you got the Kennen going on, you probably want the Varus so you can just kind of do a really good counter gauge comp with the two of them with their ults.
I actually would almost say, Varus is great and all, but maybe Jhin actually, because Jin's much better at catching out people for that Kennen engage.
Right.
The only problem issue Jhin has is it's very hard to play Jhin into Jarvan Leona, like extremely hard.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they could get a ban again if Demacia can't grab a bronze. They could get another ban and take away Leona again. So a lot of possibilities for Ionia.
Although they might end up banning Lux because that Lux is good enough to be ban worthy. That's for sure.
Yeah. Well, so that would be very crippling. Yeah, because Demacia in general has a problem with mid lane. They only got one popular mid laner. Once you ban that, they either gotta do an unpopular mid laner or an off meta mid laner. So yeah, it's like they banned Leona because she's been hell, but they didn't think about, hey, Demacia has a pretty short roster for that mid lane. They have some backups in the bot lane, but mid lane, it's a pretty small roster of champions to fill that. You got anything else to say, though, before we go on to Game 2?
Nah, I think that game just about speaks for itself.
All right. So Demacia commanding Game 1 with a solid victory, but still 2 more games. Ionia could very easily come ahead with the victory. So stick around, guys, and we will be back.